Factorise fully 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. So when we're trying to factorise a polynomial, we want to look at the constant at the end. So the constant at the end of this polynomial is 20. And we want to look at the factors of 20. So the only numbers worth substituting are the plus and minus factors of 20. Thus we try 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 4, minus 4, dot dot dot, in this order until one of them works. So let f of x equal 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. Then f of 1 is going to be 2 times 1 cubed, which will be 2, minus 3 times 1 squared, which will be minus 3, minus 12 times 1, which will be minus 12, plus 20. And this is equal to 7, which does not equal to 0. So 1 does not substitute into our equation to give us 0, therefore x minus 1 is not a factor. So we've tried 1, now we're going to try minus 1. So f of minus 1 will give us minus 2 minus 3 plus 12 plus 20, which gives us 27, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, x plus 1 is not a factor either. So we've tried 1, we've tried minus 1, now we're going to try 2. So f of 2 gives us 16 minus 12 minus 24 plus 20, which does equal 0. Therefore, x minus 2 is a factor of f of x. So we're going to divide x minus 2 into 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. So we set up our bus stop. 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20 goes underneath the bus stop, and x minus 2 goes in front of the bus stop. So we take the highest power of x inside the bus stop, which is 2x cubed, divide by the highest power of x outside the bus stop, which is x, and 2x cubed divided by x is 2x squared, that goes on top of the bus stop. Then we multiply the 2x squared by x minus 2, so 2x squared by x minus 2 gives us 2x cubed minus 4x squared, which goes under the bus stop. Then we change the signs. I've written the new signs in red. These cancel, and minus 3x squared plus 4x squared leaves us with x squared. We bring down the minus 12x, we repeat the process. We take the highest power of x inside the bus stop, which is x squared, divided by the highest power of x outside the bus stop, which is x. X squared divided by x is x. So we write x on top of the bus stop and multiplied by x minus 2. X by x minus 2 is x squared minus 2x. We write this under the bus stop. We change the signs. The new signs are written in red. These cancel. And we had brought down the minus 12x, and minus 12x plus 2x gives us minus 10x. Now we bring down the plus 20. Now we repeat the process. We take the highest power of x inside the bus stop, which is minus 10x, divided by the highest power of x outside the bus stop, which is x. Minus 10x divided by x is minus 10. This goes on top of the bus stop. We then multiply minus 10 by x minus 2. Minus 10 by x is minus 10x. Minus 10 by minus 2 is plus 20. Write this down under here, change the signs, these cancel, and we're left with 0. So x minus 2 is one factor of 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. And 2x squared plus x minus 10 is another factor. So f of x is equal to x minus 2 multiplied by 2x squared plus x minus 10. And we can factorize 2x squared plus x minus 10 to give x minus 2 multiplied by 2x plus 5. And since we have two factors that are both x minus 2, we can simplify this to give us x minus 2 squared times 2x plus 5. We can use this process to solve a cubic equation such as 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20 is equal to 0. The steps are as follows. Part 1, let f of x equal the cubic. Part 2, substitute factors of the constant until 1, say k, gives f of k is equal to 0. Part 3, Then x minus k is a factor of the cubic. Part 4, now divide f of x by x minus k to get the other factor, which is a quadratic. Part 5, get the roots by putting x minus k is equal to 0 and the quadratic is equal to 0. So in this question we're asked to solve the equation, which means we have to find what the x values are equal to. So we have the same equation again, so 2x cubed minus 3x squared minus 12x plus 20 is equal to 0. And we worked out our factors to be x minus 2 and 2x squared plus x minus 10. So we're going to let each of these equal to 0 and solve. So we have x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 2. Or we have 2x squared plus x minus 10 is equal to 0. So we're going to factorize. We're going to have 2x plus 5 multiplied by x minus 2. Or we could use the minus b formula, which is also known as the quadratic formula. So we're going to let what's inside the first set of brackets equal 0, so 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So we're going to bring the 5 over the other side, it becomes minus 5, and then divide by the 2. So x is equal to minus 5 over 2. And then we're going to let what's inside this set of brackets equal 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x is 2. So we're asked to solve this cubic equation. We end up with x is equal to 2, or x is equal to minus 5 over 2, or x is equal to 2. So if we were to draw out our cubic graph, we can see that our graph crosses our x-axis at minus 5 over 2 and 2. 2 is actually a turning point, so it just touches off 2 and then it starts to go upwards again. So a cubic equation, so an equation that has an x to the power 3, an x cubed, usually looks like a sidewards S. And it has 2 turning points. So this would be the maximum point of the graph, this would be the minimum point of the graph. These are the turning points.